Ultra Instinct is already one of the most powerful techniques in Dragon Ball, but what if I told you that Goku has taken it to a whole new level? Enter the Ultra Instinct Giant form, a mysterious ability that has appeared only twice in Dragon Ball Super and has never been fully explained. Let's break it all down. Ultra Instinct is a technique of complete self-movement, something that even the gods of destruction struggle to master. But Goku? He's taken it beyond expectations. We've seen him refine it in multiple transformations, but there's one technique that remains a complete mystery: his giant ki avatar form. This ability first appeared in the final battle against Moro after Goku received divine energy from Oob. Then it showed up again when he used it to toss gas into space. Yet despite these two moments, neither Goku nor anyone else has acknowledged or explained what it actually is. But here's what we do know. According to Toyotaro, Goku mastered Ultra Instinct in his fight with Moro, which allowed him to evolve the technique into something new. This led to the massive energy-based projection of himself, a giant form that serves as a powerful trump card in battle. Unlike traditional giant transformations, like Saiyans turning into great apes or Namekians growing in size, this isn't a physical transformation. Instead, it's a ki projection that mirrors Goku's movements, allowing him to maintain speed and agility while gaining massive power. This isn't the first time we've seen ki projection in Dragon Ball. We've had Zamasu summon a giant energy bird, Gotenks create ghost clones, and even Beerus and Goku summon dragon-like ki constructs during their fight. But here's the difference. Goku's Ultra Instinct giant form isn't just an energy construct, he's actually inside it, controlling it like a giant mech. This concept is so new to Dragon Ball that fans have even compared it to Naruto's Susanoo. But while the technique is completely unique, it makes sense within the context of Ultra Instinct, allowing Goku to fight without limitations while expanding his power beyond normal boundaries. One of the biggest questions surrounding this form is its actual power level, given that it was used to overpower Moro and Gas, two of the strongest foes in Dragon Ball Super. It's safe to assume that this form is at least on par with the strongest Ultra Instinct users. But does this technique have any drawbacks? Unlike other transformations that require stamina, the giant Ultra Instinct form seems to be fueled purely by energy control, meaning Goku can potentially use it for extended periods without exhausting himself as quickly. However, we still don't know the true limitations of this ability. Another question is whether other characters could develop their own variations of this technique. Could Vegeta, with his Ultra Ego, create a giant energy form of himself? Or could this technique be a precursor to an entirely new level of divine power, something beyond both Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego? If this is a unique ability that only Goku can use, it would further reinforce his status as the true successor to the Angel's fighting style, setting him apart from every other warrior in the universe. So what does this mean for the future? With Black Frieza being the next major threat, we have to ask, will Goku use this form again? Will he refine it further? Could this become the ultimate evolution of Ultra Instinct? Right now, it's all speculation, but one thing's for sure: Goku is taking Ultra Instinct in a direction only he can master. In the grand scheme of Dragon Ball, this technique could open up new possibilities for combat. Imagine if Goku learns to merge his giant projection with another form, such as Super Saiyan Blue or True Ultra Instinct. The potential is limitless. Perhaps the next evolution of Ultra Instinct will allow Goku to create an even larger, more stable version of his avatar, one capable of fighting entire armies or divine beings. It would be fascinating to see this technique expanded upon in future story arcs, especially if other fighters begin to develop their own giant energy forms. Another interesting aspect is how this form compares to past Dragon Ball transformations. Unlike traditional power-ups, which rely on brute strength, the giant Ultra Instinct form seems to be more about efficiency and control. It isn't just about hitting harder, it's about using precise movements to overpower opponents without wasting energy. This approach aligns perfectly with Ultra Instinct's philosophy, which is why it makes so much sense as an advanced evolution of the technique. We must also consider how this ability fits into Dragon Ball's history of energy-based techniques. Could this be the next step in ki manipulation, much like how fusion techniques evolved into something greater over time? If so, then Goku may have only scratched the surface of what's possible. The idea of energy projections could lead to new forms of combat, combat, perhaps even allowing fighters to engage in large-scale battles without directly endangering their physical bodies. If Ultra Instinct Giant form becomes a staple in future battles, it might change the way fights unfold in Dragon Ball. Instead of purely relying on speed and strength, Goku could introduce a more strategic element, combining his instincts with the ability to project energy-based avatars that extend his reach and fighting capabilities. This could make his combat style even more unpredictable, making him a nearly unstoppable force. Additionally, what if Goku isn't the only one who can use this? What if Whis and the other angels have a similar but more advanced technique? It would make sense, given that Ultra Instinct is their signature ability. We may find out that Goku has only tapped into a fraction of what's possible, and the true potential of this power is yet to be explored. If angels can manifest even larger or more powerful energy constructs, then Goku could be paving the way for an entirely new level of divine combat. It's also worth exploring whether there are potential weaknesses to this form. Could Goku's energy projection be disrupted by someone with the ability to manipulate Kai at a higher level? If an enemy can destabilize the energy structure, it could force Goku back into his base form. Alternatively, there could be a limit to how long he can maintain the projection before his body gives out from the sheer strain. These limitations would help balance the technique and prevent it from being too overpowered. Ultimately, Dragon Ball has always been about pushing boundaries and breaking limits. The introduction of Ultra Instinct Giant form is just another step in that direction. Whether it becomes a major part of Goku's arsenal or remains a rare trump card, it undeniably adds a fresh layer to the franchise's combat system. Fans are already speculating on how this technique might evolve, and it's exciting to imagine where it could go next. What do you think of Goku's Giant Ultra Instinct form? Should it return in future battles, or is it just another one-and-done technique? Could it be the foundation for an even greater power? Let me know in the comments. And if you love Dragon Ball, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss future breakdowns.